Alam niyo po ba na sinabi ng NICA, ng National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, na ang budget ng NPA 2016 to 2018 ay 5.8 billion?
Hindi rin po niyang ibigay yon sa unbanded na tao.
Recipient na po yun eh.
Yung sa disbursement po niya, opo, hindi banded. Pero kung dapat
Nagkahindot-hindot na yung naratibo nitong si ate. Ito na ho ang ating uling video sa ika-15 araw ng impeachment trial nitong si Vice President Sara Duterte sa Senado. Pero bago ho yan, isang like at isang subscribe. Masaya na ho tayo dyan sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community. Yung join button nandyan lang ho sa baba. Magtatanong na ho itong si Senator Robin Padilla sa witness ng prosecution dito sa bahagi ng video natin na to. Sa mga hindi pa ho nakakaalam, na 400 million pesos na ho tayo dito sa proseso na to. At ano nang napatunayan? Wala pa rin ho. Nagnakaw ba si BP Sara? Hindi ho. Sinilid ba niya sa maleta yung pera? Hindi ho. Meron nang napatunayan ng prosecution? Wala pa rin ho. Diba? Ginawa ba ni VP Sara yung ginawa sa pondo ng flood control? Hindi ho. Kaya naman, umpisahan na ho natin to para makita ng ating mga kababayan kung anong klaseng fishing expedition na ngayon ang nangyayari sa ating bayan. Senator Robin
With the kind indulgence of Senator Antiveros, Senator Padilla just arrived. Senator Padilla, you may proceed, sir. You have 2 minutes. You may proceed when you're ready.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong tagapamahalang hukom. Sa ating pong saksi, kayo po ay taga Baguio?
yes po, Your Honor.
Saan po kayo sa Baguio?
Irisan po.
Irisan, opo. Ako po ay taga Baguio din.
Wow.
Saan po kayo nag-graduate? Sa...
St. Louis University po.
Ay, alumnus po ako niyan. Sa Boys High po ako. Dahil po dyan, hindi ko na lang po kayo pahihirapan. Tayo na lang po maging magkababayan na lang sa Baguio. Gusto ko lamang pong magbigay ng impormasyon na lang sa inyo. Opo, kasi naririnig ko yung pag-uusap nyo ng prosecution at ng defense tungkol doon sa success ng confidential fund.
Yan. Si Sen Robin, napakaluma na niyang bumanat pero pag nailatag na niya ang kanyang mga tanong, yung mga dilawan at pinglawan para ho silang mga hito na binudburan ng asin. Yung tanong niya, yung sinasabi nila walang pinag-aralan, walang alam, pero pagka nagtanong siya talagang humihiwa no?
Ako po ay may mga ibibigay na...
Pero mapahanggang sa ngayong mga panahon na to, napapaisip pa rin tayo. Na 400 million pesos na ho tayo dito sa proseso na to. Ang tanong, meron na ho kaya silang 16 na boto? Yun eh. Doon tayo babaksak. Kung meron silang 16 na boto. Di ba?
Information sa inyo, pwede po kayong magsabi na lang ng oo o hindi kung naintindihan po ninyo. Alam ko naman maintindihan mo, taga Baguio ka eh. Opo, noong pong pinag-uusapan natin yung patungkol sa mga terorista, na pag-uusapan po lagi ang ating Vice Presidente. Ang ating pong Vice Presidente magmula 2016 hanggang 2022, siya po ay naging mayor. Alam niyo po ba yon?
Opo, mayor
Opo.
ng Davao.
Yan, opo. Sa Davao po, meron po dyan na-identify na 55 na mga tinatawag na alternative at yung mga lumad schools
Lumad school
na
yan.
infiltrated ng terrorism. Nabalitaan niyo po ba yon?
Hindi ko po gaanong napakinggan po yun. Hindi po ako aware yun.
Dapat yung linalagay nilang tauhan sa COA pagka mga ganitong confidential fund, dapat medyo maalam pagdating sa insurgency kasi majority sa pondo dyan ho talaga nila binabaksa kasi itong mga makakaliwa na to di ba? Ba't tayo pa kasing mga boss naman nila, si Raul Manuel, di ba? Kasali na sa gobyerno, bakit tayo pa nilang mag-all out na kayo? Pambihira
Opo.
naman, oo.
At alam niyo po ba rin na noong 2016 hanggang 2022 hanggang 2023,
Yan.
12% po ng mga NPA rebels, surrenderies, were minors, 12 to 17 years old.
Hindi po ako aware dun po.
Maubos na po yung aking second round na lang po ako.
Tuloy ho natin. Kaso unahin na ho muna natin. Magtatanong si Ping Lacson, tapos si Senator Robin, tapos Jaime Marcos. Para kumpleto yung pagtatanong ni Sir Robin, nabitin ako eh.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Silene.
Ping muna,
Good
Ping muna,
afternoon
Ping.
po.
I assume familiar ka doon sa Article 4, 15, paragraph Article 4, Section 15 ng inyong joint circular. Ayan, pinas ko lang sa screen para ma-remind ka.
4.60.
Pay attention sa paragraph 15.2, paragraph
Si Ping Lacson, di ko maintindihan. Guilty naman ang boto niya. Hindi ko alam kung ano pang pinaglalaban niya. Pagka nagtatanong siya, hindi naman favorable sa prosecution. Diba? Yung binibida niya lang yung pagkatao niya na, galing ako dyan magaling ako Dati ako sa intelligence Diba? Alam ko kalakaran dyan At the end of the day, guilty naman ang hatol niya, hindi natin malaman kung bakit nagbibida-bida pa siya.
2 at saka paragraph 3. Pakibasa mo na lang para hindi ma-charge sa akin.
That expenses were incurred in connection with the agency's intelligence or confidential operations and activities with supporting documents attached to the liquidation for CF and for the IF, the documentary evidence of payment kept in a sealed envelope in the vault in the office of the SDO.
Sige, sa 3, paragraph 3.
That the details and supporting documents of transactions that are classified are in the custody of the agency and kept in its vault, which may be inspected by ICFAO if the circumstances so demand.
Ang tanong ko, ginawa niyo ba ito?
Yung sa inspection po kasi ng vault, sa IF na po yun. Sa use ng...
ICFAO ito Siya sabi, if the circumstances so demand. Hindi ba dinidemand ng circumstances na inspection yun yung vault?
Yung sa
Dahil maraming aliases.
yung vault po yung sa vault po kasi yung nagpe-pertain po yun sa intelligence fund. Yung may
No.
vault po sa office.
CF saka IF ito. Hindi lang intelligence. Parehong treatment, Miss Eileen. 415. Ang tanong ko lang, hindi ba dinidemand o dinemand ng circumstances na inspeksyon ninyo yung vault? Kasi kung maraming aliases na nagdududa kayo, di ba natural lamang logically isipin nyo, ma-inspeksyon nga yung vault kung meron talagang mga totoong tao sa likod ng mga alias o aliases.
Ang pag-inspect po kasi is through the authority po of the chairperson.
I know, hindi kayo kumuha ng authority?
Wala pa po.
Yeah, my point is parang kulang yung ginawa niyong trabaho. Para hindi kompleto.
Kasi po may iba po kasing office na...
No, ICFAO sinasabi rito, may be inspected by ICFAO if the circumstances so demand.
Opo.
Anyway, let's leave it at that. Familiar ka ba doon sa 2020-005?
Baka Ping, binuksan na nila yung yung vault. Ang problema nakita nila na talagang hindi ninakaw ni VP Sara yung pera. Ngayon ang pinakamagandang gawin na lang siraan na lang siya at mag-fishing expedition diyan sa impeachment trial. Yun yung siguro.
Anong circular po yun?
Yung sa fraud audit.
Hindi po ako gaanong familiar doon sa joint circular.
Anyway, i-familiarize kita. Meron kayong office, di ba? Yung Fraud Audit Office.
Opo, may separate office po sa COA.
Okay, dito sa paragraph 3.1, yung filing, of course, ito, people's participation ito Kailan merong formal complaint, pero hindi lang complaint, information, indication, or complaint na merong fraud.
Opo.
So papasok yung fraud audit investigation ng inyong office. Hindi office nyo.
Ibang
yung fraud
office.
Pero nakalagay sa 3.1, any person who has knowledge that the transactions of, etc., pwedeng gumawa ng written information sa inyong sa office na yon para mapunta do sa logical conclusion, mapunta sa filing of criminal charges against whoever, not necessarily the Vice President.
Yung sa pag-refer po sa Fraud Audit Office, ito po ay pinag-aaralan din po kung kinakailangan na i-refer to sa Fraud Audit Office. Ngayon po pinag-aaralan po namin ng office namin together with the chairperson po. Kasi kung sakaling ma-refer po ito po yung first time. And also po, itong transaction na ito involves voluminous documents na with classified information na baka pag ini-refer namin sa ibang office is ma-expose po ito. So pinag-aaralan po itong mabuti muna.
Anyway, 12 seconds na lang. Isa na lang tanong, balikan ko yung sa 4.15. Hindi nyo ba naisip na man lang na kung na-inspect nyo yung vault, kumuha kayo ng mga specimen, yun yung mga question document, yung mga signatures. Ma-compare nyo sana doon sa mga ibang officials na mayroon kayong specimen signature para ma-determine nyo kung forged yung mga signatures na sinabit sa inyo. Yun lang, Mr. Presiding Officer, Mr. Chairman.
Kindly answer the question, Celine.
Opo, i-refer po namin sa higher authority po. Thank you po.
The chair would just like to make some interjections. We will not have a round 2 anymore because we have to convene session at 4:15. So that we can dispense with the witness already. Just a few questions, Silene. Wala pang NFD lahat ng pondong pinag-uusapan natin. Fourth quarter of 2022, the first 3 quarters of 2023 for DepEd and OVP.
Opo, wala pa pong NFD.
So wala pang final decision lahat ng ito.
Opo, tama
Pag
po.
sinabi nyo nag-demand kayo ng restitution, ang ibig sabihin lang naman ito, kinarga nyo na as an unliquidated cash advance yung mga yung mga dinisalaw ninyo.
Opo, tama po.
Yun lang naman po ang ibig sabihin nun, di ba? Hindi naman ibig sabihin, isoli mo, bigay mo yung pera sa akin. Ibig sabihin nun, ilalagay namin yan as unliquidated cash advance during the pendency of the notice of disallowance.
Yes po, kasi may mga remedies pa po sila.
Kasi hindi pa nga final at wala pang NFD.
Opo.
Tama po? Pangalawa, ano po ba pagkakaiba ng disbursement sa transfer? Illegal mag-transfer ng pera ang SDO sa isang non-SDO, pero pwede po ba siya mag-disburse sa isang non-SDO o unbonded na tao?
Hindi din po pwede. Hindi rin po niyang ibigay yon sa unbonded na tao.
Recipient na po yun eh.
Yung sa disbursement po niya, opo, hindi banded. Pero kung dapat
Nagkahindot-hindot na yung naratibo nitong si ate.
po diretso from the SDO to the recipient of the confidential fund po.
So, ang disbursement pwede sa non-bonded na tao, ang transfer ng pondo sa non-bonded hindi pwede. These are technical terms.
Opo.
Di ba? So kung ang pinagbigyan ay recipient, pwede yon kahit non-bonded.
Opo, kasi siya na yung talagang recipient ng confidential fund.
And as a final question, Silene, I checked the transcript which the court took judicial notice of. I would like to ask more eyes to look at it. Hindi ko nakita sa transcript na sinabi ni Gina Acosta na binigay niya kay Lachica lahat for the fourth quarter of 2022 and the first 3 quarters of 2023. Medyo may ganung punto pa si Eduarda. Pero kay Gina Acosta, maliwanag na binigay niya yung 125 ayon sa kanya kay Lachica sa last quarter, pero hindi ganun kaliwanag na yun din ang ginawa niya for the first 3 quarters of 2023. Ano po ba particular yung pinagbasihan yung dokumento nung binanggit niyong dinisalaw namin agad dahil sabi niya Acosta, binigay niya lahat kay Lachica. Hindi ko po makita, baka pwede niyong maituro sa TSN kung saan.
Yun po kasi ang pinanghawakan namin doon, yung general statement niya na yung ginagawa nila is ibinibigay niya kay Colonel Lachica yung confidential fund po.
Pero ang tinutukoy po niya ay yung 2025. Yung general statement po ni Eduarda, yun ang tumutukoy sa confidential fund ng DepEd para sa 3 quarters ng 2023. pero hindi po pareho yung statement nila ni Gina Acosta na ganun kaliwanag na yun din yung ginawa niya sa first 3 quarters of 2023. Ano po ba yung particular na pinagbasihan niyo? When you say general statement yung pinagbasihan niyo, yung narinig niyo po ba o yung TSN mismo?
Yun nga po, yung naging admission niya na binibigay niya kay Colonel Lachica po.
Kindly listen, Silene, yung narinig mo nung nandun ka o yung TSN mismo?
Listen.
Yung narinig ko po nung nandun po ako na sinabi niya na binibigay niya kay
Hindi
Colonel
mo
Lachica.
pinagbasihan yung aktual na TSN na marahil mas maliwanag tungkol sa bagay nito.
Opo.
So based lang dun sa narinig mo nung nandun ka.
Opo.
Thank you, Ms. Eileen. Senator Padilla, yes.
Second round.
Senator Padilla, yes. Gusto niyo maghati na lang kayo? Senator Padilla for a brief interjection and Senator Marcos for a brief interjection to avail of round 1. Then we call it a day. Senator Lapid, kindly proceed, Senator Padilla, while Senator Lapid is thinking about it. No, please proceed.
Kailian, tuloy ko lang. Gusto ko lang sundan kanina, sinabi ko merong 55 alternative na eskwelahan na nagbe-breed ng mga child warriors ang naisara sa Davao Region. Ituloy ko lang, noong August 6, 2024, nagkaroon ng committee hearing ang public order at sinasabi na 102 schools nationwide were identified as recruitment. 11 elementary schools, 34 high schools, 123 college and universities. Doon din sa hearing na yon sinabi na meron 168 track student recruits remain active sa NPA. Ngayon, tanong ko, Kailian, hindi ba responsibilidad din ito ng Vice President at ng DepEd Secretary ang mga estudyante?
Yung sa anong tawag dito, sa college po, yung DepEd po kasi is hanggang
sa high
high
school.
school.
Opo.
Opo.
Opo, yung binanggit ko po kasi kanina, 55 na alternative child recruits. 11 elementary schools. 34 high schools. Ibig pong sabihin, tuloy-tuloy po yun. Magmula elementary, paakyat hanggang college. Yan po ang style ng recruitment. So sa tingin niyo po ba, sagot pa din ito ng DepEd Secretary at ng Vice President na lumaban na dito sa terorista noong mayor pa lang siya?
No, may.
Oo, hindi. Ma'am, bilis, 42. Kawawa
Just
naman.
yes or no?
Depende pa din po kasi yun sa mandate
Nako,
ng
Yuri.
Oo lang po
agency.
o hindi. Sa palagay niyo po ba?
Nako,
O
wala.
sige, skip na po natin kung ayaw niyong sagutin. Alam niyo po ba na sinabi ng NICA, ng National Intelligence Coordinating Agency,
Yan.
na ang budget ng NPA,
Yan.
2016 to 2018 ay 5.8 billion?
Yung sa,
Oo po o hindi? Ma'am, please.
ano, pwede pong pakiulit?
Ang budget daw po ng NPA is 5.8 billion.
Grabe.
Alam niyo po ba yon? Sinabi po ng NICA.
Hindi ko po narinig yun sa
Opo.
news.
Sa palagay niyo po ba, sapat yung budget na magkano po ba ang sinasabi niyo? 500 million ba ang naibigay?
Pero yung
Kasama na po yung sa Vice President at sa DepEd.
600
Kumpara niyo po sa 5.8 billion. Sapat po ba yon?
Pero kasi yung sa nabanggit po ng NICA is mako-cover na din po nila bilang isa sila sa mga agencies with.
So alam niyo po yung sinabi ng NICA. Alam niyo po.
Hindi ko po narinig
Yung tungkol
yun
lang po sa estudyante. Kasi alam niyo naman po, sa ngayon, ang nasa front na inilalagay ay mga estudyante. Nabalitaan niyo po ba yung mga namatay nung huli na mga estudyante?
yung
Nako.
violence po sa school.
Opo, ito na lang po. 8 seconds na lang po ako.
Ano violence sa school? Hindi yung... Pambira naman. Yung mga nagurgor na mga estudyante dahil sa kanilang pakikibaka dito sa mga makakaliwang grupo na to. Etong si ate naman, ano ba namang
Oh,
klase?
January 1, 2024, sinabi po ng AFP na there is no more guerrilla active front. So ibig sabihin po, successful.
Based po sa AFP.
Salamat po.
Walang napalas. Ay, nako.
Senator Judge Marcos for the last intervention.
Maraming salamat, Presiding Judge. Simple lang, i-confirm ko lang sa ating testigo. So I'd just like to confirm kung tama sabihin na as of now, there's no official finding na may fraud sa DepEd man o sa OVP. Tama po ba? No fraud finding as of now.
Kasi nga po compliance audit
Ay, naku naman. Pambihira
lang po
naman.
ginagawa namin sa
Tama.
IFAO.
Compliance audit lamang, walang fraud audit. Ikalawa, narinig kita kanina na kapag compliance audit, base sa dokumento lang. Limited kayo sa dokumentong isinabmit ng ahensya. Kung ganon, yung House of Representatives, hindi naman bahagi ng OVP or DepEd. Wala namang sinabmit sa COA, di ba? May sinabmit ba sila? Yung Congress, Committee on Good Governance, may sinabit na dokumento.
Yun po kasi based on other information na po after nilang mag-liquidate na naging na available information after the liquidation na
Pero
kinonsider po namin sa audit.
Hindi, ibig ko sabihin, yung congressional transcript ni Acosta at Fajarda, hindi yon bahagi ng dokumentong sinumite ng mga ahensya.
Opo, pero ginamit po
Hiwalay siya,
namin
di
yun.
ba?
Pero ginamit din po namin yung information na yun during our audit po.
Bakit humingi ka rin ba ng affidavit? Kasi hindi naman binigay ng agency. Kasasabi mo lang kapag compliance audit, dokumentong galing sa ahensya.
Pero yun po is relevant information po na ginamit namin for audit po, na sinama namin sa pag-audit.
Yes, following po the presiding judge, bakit po ganon? Kanina sinabi mo, dapat dokumento na sinabmit ng ahensya. Biglang ngayon, pati transcript, pati iba't iba pang mga katibayan na sinasabi, ginagamit na rin. Hindi na compliance audit yun, hindi ba?
Pero yun po kasi is related pa din dun sa liquidation which is discovered after the submission of the liquidation documents.
Kaya nga nalilito kami kasi bakit dinisallow lahat ng quarter samantalang pinag-uusapan ni Acosta, iisa lang, di ba? Yung last quarter lamang. Doon nga sa transcript, doon lumilitaw yon. So ngayon, tinatanggap na rin pati mga transcript at iba pa. Hindi na dokumento yon as covered by compliance audit by your own definition, hindi ba?
Pero relevant yung information po in the conduct of the audit po, in the
Kung may
proper.
relevant sa dyaryo, tatanggapin rin ninyo na ebidensya rin yon. Compliance audit pa rin yon. Kahit nasa dyaryo, nasa social media. Kung sa palagay mo may kinalaman dun sa kaso, tatanggapin ninyo.
Kasi nga po dun sa circular, pwede kaming mag-dependent sa other documents deemed necessary sa audit po.
So, pwede, miski anong dokumento. Parang lumalabo yata yung joint circular. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you.
Pilit na pilit
Again,
ho yung
that
John
would be the
Circular.
last round.
Kumbaga talagang yung naratibo para talagang madiin si BP Sara dito. Ginagawa ho ng lahat ng witness na hiharap nila dyan sa impeachment trial ni BP Sara. Rekta ho tayo dito.
Si GGPA.
Balik tayo sa-
Nag-attend po ako ng mga meetings pero hindi ko na po matandaan yung exact date.
Okay. Ito yung nandun si Attorney Camora. Hindi niyo matandaan.
Hindi ko, nag-attend po pero hindi ko na matandaan yung exact date po.
Okay. So, in that hearing, now, are you aware that she was asked by Representative Swansing about the grounds for disallowance under the second notice of disallowance? Did you know that? Your Honor, please.
Pwede po bang...
Excuse me.
Yes, we will flash the TSN. Don't worry,
Bira, oh.
Counsel.
It's okay if you don't recall, Jean. Silene,
Hindi ko na po maalala yung exact na
May we
nangyari.
just be clarified? Is counsel referring to a September?
September 18, 2024 hearing.
of
Okay,
the committee.
okay,
on
let's go.
Good
Let's
Governance.
flash page 29 of the TSN. On that hearing, pages 29 and 30. Please, Tech. Okay na ho? Okay, so in that hearing, no, Attorney Camora said, yes, good morning, Madam Chair. As to the 2022 notice of disallowance, no, there were 3. Kasi nga tinanong siya kung ano yung grounds. No? Then the chairperson, sabi, ma'am, pakilakasan po yung boses ninyo, hindi marinig. Ms. Camora, okay, there were 3 items that are part of the notice of disallowance. The first one is non-submission of documents on the payment of rewards. The second one is charging some items that are not compliant under the rules, joint circular. And the third one is non-submission of the revised accomplishment report on the OVP to the 3 regulatory offices, which are the Office of the President, the Senate President, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, because they submitted the original one and they made an amendment. And then Representative Swansing said, Mr. Chair, if COA, and then the chairperson said, please proceed, Congresswoman Swansing. Representative Swansing, May I please be enlightened to explain to us, because it seems a little bit technical as to how it was explained by COA, kung pwede hong maipaliwanag sa atin in non-technical terms as to the grounds for disallowance. Okay. Chairperson, COA, pakisimplify, please explain it in layman's term. Ms. Camora, yes, basically, the disallowance are because hindi po nag-submit ng required documents under the joint circular. Do you confirm that?
Yes po, based po sa
Okay,
document.
na sinabi niya yan.
Opo.
Okay. So, okay. Let's go to the April 14, 2026 hearing sa COJ, Committee on Justice. Nandun ho kayo?
Opo, pero hindi ko na rin po gaanong maalala yung
Sige, okay lang. No? We will flash the TSN, the relevant TSN for that. No? Yes, we are referring to page 194 of the COJ TSN dated April 14, 2026. Kindly flash it on the screen. 194. Okay. Okay. So, in that hearing, Representative De Lima asked Attorney Camora, no, if there's anything in the COA decision dated April 10, 2026, stating that the alleged misuse of funds, Okay, just to lay the basis, no? Dito sa hearing na to, tinanong ho si Attorney Camora na kung may decision na ba ho yung COA doon sa appeal ni respondent. Tama ho? Maalala nyo lang.
Yun po ba yung sa...
April 14 na hearing.
pero pertaining po ito dun sa fourth quarter 2022 ng OVP.
Yes, sakto po.
Opo.
Okay, so tinanong siya, no? Sinabi niya may decision na nga dated April 10. And then Representative De Lima propounded some questions which are found on page 194 of the TSN. So sabi ho ni Representative De Lima, meron din hubang nakasabi, although I know, nasabi nga po, nilinaw po ng ating chair na let's wait for the copy. Yung talagang official copy of the decision. Although you have it already, but we want really yung pinaka-official in the sense na nandyan yung hard copy. Attorney Camora said, opo. Representative De Lima, ay natatandaan niyo ho ba kung yung decision na yan ay may nakasabi doon na mali talaga yung paggamit ng mga confidential fund sa OVP at hindi alinsunod sa circular, sa joint circular? Ms. Camora said, Madam Chair, it's sandali lang po ulit. Then Representative De Lima, hindi sa mga tamang gamit ng confidential funds as prescribed under the joint circular. And then Ms. Camora said, nakalagay po in this case, the accomplishment report on the utilization of confidential and intelligence funds, the DEPs and the certification submitted failed to comply with the guidelines and conditions set forth under the joint circular po.
Your Honor, please, if I
Yes.
may interject at this
What
moment.
is
Your
the
Honor.
interjection of Attorney Kapunan?
Your Honor, please, counsel is reading from transcripts. She is reading from transcripts which are, we have judicial notice of this transcripts, Your Honor. But she is reading statements of other people. and asking this witness about statements of Hamora, about statements of other people, Your Honor, just by her being present there, Your Honor. Now, if that is their intention, then they should present that witness here. Because that witness can testify on her personal knowledge. You are asking this witness who was just there, she can state that a meeting actually occurred, that she was there. But if you are going to ask her to confirm, for what purpose, Your Honor? These transcripts will show the presence of Hamora. It will show her presence.
I'd like to thank Attorney Kapunan. You did not make an objection, but I would have sustained it. Attorney Christine, counsel for respondent, this was one of the warnings of the presiding officer at that time, directed at the prosecution, actually, when they asked for the court to take judicial notice of it, not to use the transcripts to read into the record certain things that is not being testified to by a witness that has personal knowledge over it. If you recall our interjections in relation to the Las Cañas affidavit, this is similar to that. So unless you are referring to the witness herself, who testified there, kindly present the witness that you are reading the statements of, because this is only as to tenor, as to the fact that Camora said this. You can confront the witness through another way without reading certain statements made, because the opposing counsel might just do this to you at some point, which I will also not allow, to be fair.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor, but
Thank
the
you, Your Honor.
But the witness already confirmed that she was at the hearing. I'm just asking if she remembers that this statement being made.
It's a way and technique, counsel.
But anyway, Your Honor,
Attorney Kapunan might just do that
Yes, we will
with the
just
transcripts
ask.
at some
No, Your
point, which I
Honor,
also will not allow. So
we will just ask the question at the right time, Your Honor.
kindly do so at the right
At the
time and with the
time,
right witness,
Your
counsel.
Honor, please, at the right time and to the right witness.
Yes.
This is not the right witness, Your
Just
Honor.
just as the presiding officer stated. Move on, Attorney Christine.
Okay. Okay, punta ho tayo sa time frame ng expenditures. Okay. Nakalagay ho ba sa JC na may minimum number of days na dapat i-utilize po yung confidential funds?
Meron pong nakalagay sa joint circular. Hanapin ko lang po dito. Dun po sa item 6.1.5 that cash advances shall be limited to the requirements for 3 months. Tapos, yun po, the disbursement voucher. Dun po nasa
Okay.
6.1.5.
Sige, salamat po. No, you're referring to the cash that is being provided by the agency, which should be limited only for 3 months, tama?
Opo, tama.
Pero nakalagay ho ba sa JC na sa loob ng 3 months na yan, dapat i-utilize nyo, let's say within, dapat i-utilize nyo ng hindi iiksi ng 10 araw. Dapat merong at least 30 days na utilization. May ganun ho ba?
Wala pong nakaspecify
Okay,
sa
walang
joint
nakaspecify
circular.
doon. Now, in fact, the determination of time and speed of utilization is outside the scope of the COA-ICFAO audit, correct?
Pwede pong paulit?
Okay. Kung gaano kabilis ginastos yung pera, hindi na usakop yun ng audit ng ICFAO.
Your Honor, please, what does counsel mean by gaano kabilis?
Let me do it. Let me do it, counsel. Is the fact that the respondent spent the last quarter confidential funds in 11 days found in any of your AUMs or notices of disallowance?
Nabanggit lang po siya doon sa AOM na binanggit po doon na it was spent in 11 days.
Pero walang finding in relation to it violating the memorandum circular.
Wala po, nakalagay lang po na statement na it was used for 11 days.
As a statement of fact.
Opo.
Okay. Move on, counsel.
Okay. Thank you. Napunta naman tayo dun sa DepEd. Okay, for the first to third quarters of 2023.
Apo.
Okay. So, with respect to the DepEd confidential funds, no, nasabi nyo rin kahapon na may credit notice na number 2024-162 dated August 8, 2024. Tama?
Opo.
Okay, yung amount nun ay 75 million pesos.
Opo, for the 2 quarters.
Okay. And ang and the credit notice was signed by the chairperson Gamaliel Cordoba.
Opo, tama po.
Okay. So, the issuance of credit notice means that the confidential expenses totaling 75 million were already allowed in audit, correct?
Opo, base po. Nung
Based
na-issue
dun
po
sa
yan.
credit notice. Okay. So, bale, yung findings ho ni Attorney Wamil, okay, balik ko tayo dun sa AOM number 2024-015, paki-flash ho ulit. Yung AOM number 2024-015, dated February 1, okay, covering the first and second quarter of 2023, binaliwala na ho yun ng COA.
Hindi po sa binaliwala, pero nung in-evaluate po namin yung kanilang response, na-comply po yung requirements ng joint
Yun nga.
circular.
Kinancel na yon. Kumbaga, hindi na inadapt ni COA yon, yung findings na yon.
Opo, kasi nga during the evaluation, na-comply na yung mga issues raised sa AOM.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin, can we go to page 3 of the AOM? No, yung page 3 kasi nakalagay doon yung mga accomplishment reports. No, we have observed that there was a lengthy direct examination here on the part of Attorney Wamil, no? So ito lahat ng nakalagay sa accomplishment reports, no? Etong counterinsurgency program, abuse prevention and control within the schools, anti-illegal activities operations, anti-extremism terrorist programs, all of the amounts spent here were already allowed in audit.
Opo, tama.
Okay, thank you. Okay. As to the third quarter naman, pending pa yung AOM, di ba po?
Opo, under evaluation and review pa po yung response.
Okay. So, wala pang notice of disallowance.
Wala pa po kaming nilalabas na any...
Walang notice of suspension, of course.
Wala pa po.
Okay. Okay. Nung nung direct examination ho ni Attorney Wamil nung August 4, no? I don't know kung you were here, no? He was asked about internal controls of the OVP and DepEd. At sinabi po niya, no, based, which I quote, no, I will not ask the witness if she heard it, Your Honor. That's my caveat.
Your Honor, please, again, before counsel proceeds with this line of questioning, there is only one witness here, Your Honor. There are not two. Attorney Wamil is not here. They had the opportunity to ask these questions from Attorney Wamil. Now, to ask these questions from this witness about what Attorney Wamil said, Your Honor, I think I was going to say, but I'll say it anyway, it's an absolute waste of time of this honorable court, Your Honor. To ask these questions, to ask this witness to confirm, did you hear what Attorney
No, I will
Wamil
not
say?
ask that
Did you see what he said on TV? Your Honor, please, you can ask this question directly from this witness, unless you want to call Attorney Wamil again to the witness stand and ask questions you did not ask before. Your Honor.
Your Honor, please.
Counsel, the presiding officer will allow it because it's part of cross to try to test the credibility of the witness in relation to statements made by a co-worker, or at least a co-worker still, who turned over documents to her pertaining to the OVP and the DepEd. Kindly proceed with your question because I'm sure the witness will ask you to repeat your question again anyway, Attorney.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Actually, at the good counsel, Attorney Kapunan, is preempting my question. Wala pa nga ho akong question.
Kindly
At sinabi
answer
ko
question.
hindi dahil narinig niya yun o hindi. Hindi yun yung question ko, no? So, in that, on August 4, no, tinanong si Attorney Wamil about his opinion on the internal controls of the DepEd and the Vice President. Okay, ito yung sinabi ni Attorney Kapunan. Nakita ba natin sa mga dokumento na sinubmit ng Vice President at ng Secretary of DepEd, nakita ba natin yung mga internal controls? Sabi ni Attorney Wamil, opo. Since based on the documents po, may deficiencies pa na noted, no? So it can be inferred, sabi ho niya, na hindi strong yung kanilang internal control. Now, does the COA-ICFAO evaluate the internal control of an agency?
Yung sa internal control po ng agency, nasa responsibility po kasi ng head of agency to institute internal control po.
Okay, so in short, anong sagot ninyo doon? Yes or no po? Kasakop ba ng audit ng COA-ICFAO yung evaluation ng internal control ng OVP?
Ang magiging kwan lang po namin doon, participation, is sa pag-evaluate ng documents. Makikita po kasi yung
No, just answer. Sorry, I will.
She's answering, Your Honor.
I
Allow
think
her to answer.
let the witness answer,
Okay.
counsel.
Okay, Your Honor.
Base po kasi 'di ba doon sa evaluation ng documents, makikita kasi doon na hindi maganda yung internal control, gaya nga po ng nagsabi, kasi hindi naging compliant doon sa joint circular po.
Okay, but is that finding on internal control, is that something that you can find in the notice of disallowances? Notices of disallowance, nakalagay ho ba doon na internal control nyo mahina, dapat baguhin ninyo kasi hindi kayo nagko-comply ng documents. Nakalagay ho ba doon?
Hindi po siya nakalagay na word, pero yun po yung nasa recommendation para yung ma-comply nila yung documents, at sa susunod na pwede po bang makahiram ng copy ng AOM para lang po may ikot ako.
Kindly,
Well,
sir,
yeah.
notice of disallowance or AUM?
No,
Sir.
I'm referring to the NDs, Miss Witness.
The notice of disallowance.
Yes, yes,
Ano
Your
po
Honor.
ba yung
Ang tanong ko lang, simple lang ho yung tanong ko. Nandun ho ba sa findings ninyo? Okay, kaklaro ko, Your Honor. Nakalagay ho ba dun sa findings ninyo, very specific na to, na, uy, OVP, mahina yung internal control nyo, kaya dinidisallow namin itong expense na to.
Hindi po siya nakalagay doon na mahina yung internal control. Pero dahil nga po hindi naging compliant with the joint circular, nare-reflect po doon na may kakulangan sa internal control.
So in short, hindi yung nakalagay doon yung internal control. Yun lang yung tanong ko, Sailin, no? Okay. Yun bang si ICFAO, nagkandak po ba ng fieldwork sa satellite offices ng OVP? Pumunta ho ba kayo doon?
Ay, glaze lang po kami sa
Sa
documents.
dokumento lang talaga, no? How about sa DepEd? Pumunta ho ba kayo sa tanggapan ng DepEd?
Hindi po. Based lang po sa submissions nila na
Okay.
documents.
Siyempre, hindi ho kayo, okay, ito question lang ho to, no? Out of curiosity, no? Nakapag-observe po ba kayo ng confidential operations ng OVP?
Gaya nga po nung nasabi ko, we base lang po sa documents na submit sa
po,
amin.
no? How about sa DepEd po?
Ganon din po. Base lang po dun sa
Base lang sa-
documents na na-receive namin.
Okay. Sige, salamat. So, sinabi mo okay, as mentioned earlier, no, may dalawang notices na tayo of disallowance. Okay. Yung first notice natin, yung December 2022, yung fourth quarter, aware naman ho kayo na na-appeal ho yun sa Commission Proper, no?
Yes po, na-furnishan po kami nung petition for review.
Oo, kasi signatory ka dun sa answer na final ng ICFAO.
Opo.
Alright. And on April 10, the Commission Proper issued a decision. Tama?
Opo.
And then nag-file ho yung respondent doon, no, si respondent Vice President, ng motion for reconsideration. Sinabi niyo kahapon?
Opo, na-furnishan po kami ng ang office namin.
Okay. So yung motion for reconsideration ngayon, pending pa ho yun? Walang resolution?
Sa pagkakaalam ko po, wala pa po. Kasi, opo.
Okay. Go ahead. Kasi wala ka pang na-receive na resolution.
Usually po kasi pag may decision na furnishan yung office namin,
Okay.
wala pa pong na-furnish sa amin.
Okay. So, sa inyo pong palagay, no? Based ho sa inyong karanasan as auditor, no? The Supreme Court may affirm, modify, or reverse the COA decision.
Pwede pong pakiulit. Hindi po.
Okay, sige. Base sa inyong karanasan, kasi 12 years na ho kayong auditor, no? Yung mga ina-appeal pong ganito, halimbawa, nag-appeal ho si respondent, vice president doon sa Supreme Court, pwede hong i-affirm, you know what affirm is? Pwede hong modify, baguhin, at pwede hong modify, meaning may pagbabago, at i-reverse, baliktarin yung COA decision. No, yun po yung mga posibilidad pag nag-appeal ho tayo sa Supreme Court.
Sa
Your Honor,
pagka...
please, the question is misleading. Counsel is misleading because that is not what the law is. There is no such thing as appeal to the Supreme Court. There is petition for certiorari on grave abuse, Your Honor.
Yes,
The witness may answer,
I will
counsel.
correct my-
We're
I will specify,
dealing with
Your
strictly
Honor.
legal
Yeah.
matters here. I doubt if she understands the difference between articles, rather Rule 45 and 65 of the rules of court.
because the witness is a layman.
If
Your Honor.
she knows, whatever you know, Silene, in relation to the question.
Yung sa pagkakaalam ko lang po, ang fina-file po sa Supreme Court is petition for certiorari.
Yes, ang tanong ko doon is, ang maaring maging output o resulta, no, pwedeng ma-affirm yun ng Supreme Court, pwedeng ma-modify, at pwedeng i-reverse. Yun po yung mga posibilidad. Di po ba?
Your Honor, these are legal remedies.
Witness would not know, counsel. She's not
Witness will
competent.
not know, incompetent.
Move on, counsel.
Okay. Okay, I'll move on, Your Honor. So, punta ko tayo sa second disallowance, no? Notice of disallowance. Yung date po nun, March 31, 2026. Okay? Na-receive ho siya noong April 20, 2026. At sinabi niyo kahapon na may 180 days pa para mag-appeal yung respondent.
Opo,
At kung sino mang nakapangalan doon sa notice na yon.
Opo.
At sinabi niyo ho kahapon na the respondent is well within the reglementary period to file her appeal.
Opo, tama po.
Okay. So in short, yung first and second notices na to, wala pang final and executory dito.
Yung sa final and executory po na yun pong sa...
Ay, hindi. Okay. Sige. I will modify my question.
Rephrase, counsel.
Okay. When does a notice of disallowance become final and executory?
Yung sa COA ICFAO po kasi, once nag-issue kami ng disallowance, under the joint circular po, kailangan itong i-restore sa book. So, magiging part ito ng unliquidated cash advance at ang yung nakalagay po dito is i-restitute na po yung
Okay.
amount.
Kindly listen to my question, ha?
That's her answer, Your Honor.
Ang question ko ho, when does the notice of disallowance become final and executory? Sa yung answer mo is based dun sa
Base po kasi
sa ND. So pag issue ng ND, final and executory na yon?
Hindi po, may demand po to restitute po. Pero yun nga, meron pang remedy which is mag-file po ng appeal sa commission proper.
Okay. So isn't it that a notice of disallowance becomes final and executory upon issuance of a notice of finality of decision? Aware ho kayo niyan kasi nagpa-practice ho kayo sa ICFAO.
Yung notice of finality of decision po.
Okay.
Dun.
So, in fact, can we flash it on the screen, please? That is under item 3.21 of the joint circular. Nakalagay ho, no? If you can go over the item, notice of finality of decision. Nakalagay ho, a written notification that a decision of the Commission on Audit has become final and executory. Agree ba?
Kung ako dito sa kampo ni VP Sara, Bagay, diskarte nila yan eh. Pero kitang-kita naman ho, talagang maging ang prosecution na iba, hirap na patunayan na mayroong ginawang kasalanan itong si VP Sara. Anyway, maraming salamat po sa pagsupport sa page update. Mag-ingat po kayo lahat. Mahal natin, Pilipinas.